The views and opinions expressed in the Golden Boot podcast are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Golden Boot podcast as a whole.
Y'all ready to get rolling? Quiet on the set. Hey, welcome back to another episode of HBCU Hour. It's your boy Pooh Bear. Got my man Aunt Petty Murphy in the building. What's good, my boy? How you doing on this draft day one evening?
Honestly, bro, on this draft evening, I must say, since it's HBCU Hour and all, I must say that Doug Williams and Shaq Harris and guys like that must be real proud to see 3 of the first 4 draft picks tonight be black quarterbacks.
Must say that is a feat, monumental feat. At one point in time, considering that a black quarterback was said to be inept.
Yeah.
Great to see though.
Incompetent.
Incompetent. Doesn't have the cognitive abilities to be a quarterback. But man, shout out, man, to all those quarterbacks who paved the way. So that guys like Bryce, CJ, and Anthony Richardson can make it. So, is it bad to say that Anthony Richardson has already hit the ceiling?
Nah, bro. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that to that man, bro.
He did hit the ceiling. That man threw the ball into the ceiling. It was like, oh, he can hit the ceiling with the ball.
Yeah.
But nah, man. It's gonna be interesting to see how
the Raiders pick right there.
Tyree Wilson. But man, let's go ahead and get started. Before we do, though, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors over at BetOnline. BetOnline.ag. BetOnline.ag is your number one source for all your sports information, stats, news, and scores. Get the latest odds, lines, and player injury reports for this year's NBA and NHL playoffs. BetOnline is always your sports information headquarters. This season, we have you covered for all your sports wagering needs. We have everything from NBA, NFL, MLB, and NHL to golf, tennis, UFC, and boxing. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to get your betting info, including live betting options and your favorite casino and card games that you can play right from your home. Head on over to betonline.ag today or use your mobile device to get in on the action. Be sure to use the promo code BLEAV to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Man, let's get rolling. Let's get started. First off, man, it looked like it was in jeopardy, man. Birmingham was about to lose the biggest bowl in the state of Alabama.
Yep, man.
The biggest classic.
A&M was dictating some terms, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I was trying to look into it to see exactly what the issue was with A&M and why they hadn't signed, and I found it. Hold on, let me see if I can pull the article back up. But basically, it was it was over the of the contract, and it wasn't so much as the because there's 2 deals involved with this. One deal involves I forget the exact who, but each team gets $500K each. Mm-hmm. So, and they'll sign that. They were good with that. That was going to extend it for 4 years. But Um, it's a nonprofit group called, which is funny to me, nonprofit organization called Alabama Sports Council that was trying to, figure things out, work through this. Um, they were trying to work through. I think it was both schools or hold on, here it is. And this comes from HBCUsports.com. It said that a contract with ACS and Alabama A&M, which is yet to be signed by the school, still hadn't been signed, would pay the university and Alabama State an additional $700,000 per. Yeah. This was reported by AL.com. It says the 1.2 mil would be the highest payout in history of the Magic City Classic. Basically, what they were looking to do was Alabama A&M wants a 2-year, but the ASC is looking to do a 4-year. I'm not exactly sure why that is. I don't know if they're trying to, leverage it because in 2 years, new TV contracts.
Not just that, you remember what was said last year, Swag Media Days.
Oh yeah,
Potential, moving up to FBS and all kind of other things that they might want to,
explore. Yeah,
not be bound by contracts if things like that, start coming to fruition.
Right. So that is something to think about. A&M was holding, was holding their feet to the fire.
They got what they wanted in a sense, though.
In a sense, they did. It's just going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
But that's not all, man. That's not the only thing, teams, making progress and building new for the future. Bethune.
Mm-hmm.
Groundbreaking.
Maybe that was the line, huh?
Yeah, I know. Bethune is building a new practice field, locker room, laundry facility, and storage space. So, man, hand claps. Wait.
The first thing. Oh yeah, go ahead, give him that. Right.
Definitely got hand claps. Oh, I ain't hear you.
Oh, the first thing that came to my mind was the meeting with the president and the players, and he said that they had plans and all this, you know what I'm saying? And everybody just dismissed everything he was saying is, oh, he's just saying that because he's trying to get the heat off him, things of that nature. What y'all got to say now? Because apparently he wasn't lying.
I'm going to tell you something else that kind of bothered me about this.
Okay, go ahead.
First thing people said was, "Oh, Ed Reed was right. You see what Ed Reed did?"
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing they did with Jackson State with the facilities.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff takes time.
Definitely.
This is stuff that takes not just months and planning, but years. For the most part.
Sometimes, yeah.
I don't care. Optics of it, and I go back and say this, optics of it, if you want to give Ed Reed credit, go ahead. Give him credit. You're wrong, but give him credit.
I mean, my question would be, does it matter who gets credit?
Bingo. Thank you. Why does it matter? Everybody was saying that it's all about the students, it's all about the athletes, improving life, quality of life, improving quality of their equipment and stuff like that. And they've had helmets donated. They've had, now facilities are being built. Their voices have been heard. So it looks like efforts are being made.
It doesn't matter
who gets the credit.
If he was right, if he was wrong, at the end of the day, the players are getting what they want and what they need and what a lot of people think they deserve. So at the end of the day, let's just make that the story instead of who got it done and who was right and who was wrong and why it came to fruition. And let's just focus on the fact that it's being built and the players are getting what they need.
Completely agree. That's my biggest gripe, man. Stop all the first of all, stop trying to give everything that happens, stop trying to give credit to the first celebrity who made mention to it. A lot of stuff happens behind the scene, man. So it's an insult and a slap in the face to a lot of people who work hard to try to get things done. And the first thing you come out and say is, man, thank you. I want to say thank you to Beyonce and Lizzo for helping get this thing to stop. Crazy, man. That's it. Anyway, man. But man,
well, while we talking about facilities and things of that nature, in Nashville, Tennessee State currently plays, I think it's Nissan Stadium in Nashville where the Titans play.
Yeah.
But the Titans are building a new stadium, like a $2-point-something billion stadium. Well, this is gonna the Falcons. But yeah, I don't really know if I like that. But I mean, he kind of worth it, but I don't want to see him twice a year. That's what I'm looking at. But anyway, yeah, so Tennessee State currently plays in Nissan Stadium where the Titans play. The Titans are building a new stadium. So it benefits Tennessee State in a great way because right now they have to rent out the stadium or pay to play in the stadium that they play in currently. But when the new stadium is built, they'll be playing there for free. Yeah, I think HBCU Game Day did a story on it, and there's some other places that got some stories and information on it. It breaks it down a little further, but yeah, it's just one of those things to where that's however much money being paid, for that facility being able to stay in the program and be allocated elsewhere. And not just that, but it shows that there's some kind of good relationship between Tennessee State and the Titans and, the owners of the stadium. So just good to see that the HBCU will be able to save a little bit of money and be able to put those resources elsewhere in the program.
Yeah. Big ups to Eddie George. He was excited about this, being able to, like you said, get the stadium. This is huge win for not just the Tennessee Titans, city of Nashville, but also for Tennessee State and those players. They now get a NFL quality facility stadium to themselves. So
yeah.
All right. Hold on. I'm sorry. Come on.
What up, man?
All right.
Tennessee State quarterback, former Tennessee State quarterback, made some news too. Since we talking football in Tennessee State,
Jeremy Hickball. We actually talked about him.
Let's not bring that back up.
No. We did. We talked about him when he signed with Germany, the German football.
Oh yeah. Okay, I thought you was going to talk about
Twitter,
the Twitter space.
No,
let's not bring that back up.
Nothing was said. But Jeremy Hickbottom signed with the German Football League. I forget the name of the team, but he had to back out of that due to personal reasons. So that pretty much made him a free agent. He has now signed with the DC Defenders and Coach Reggie Barlow. So congratulations to him, Coach Barlow. 8-1 on the season.
Yes, sir.
Top seed going into the playoffs.
Yeah, congratulations to him, man. We talked about it when we had Emory on. We talked about it when we had G on. We talked about it with Josh and those guys. With all these other leagues, there's just more avenues for players to go. Showcase their skill set and get a chance to, continue their football careers and get a chance to, ultimately make it to their dream destination of the NFL. So congratulations to Hickbottom, and best of luck to you, and hopefully you'll get a chance to, make it to the next level.
All right. Coach Vincent Brown in North Carolina A&T. Coach Brown actually finally finalized his staff. So Coach Brown's staff consists of Ron Mattis for the offensive line, Nate Poole for wide receivers, Chris Young is the OC / quarterbacks coach. Josh Zittenberg is the defensive coordinator / linebackers coach. Charles Bankins is the running backs coach and special teams coordinator. Keith Henry is the safeties coach. Eric Gallen is the tight ends coach. Armando Curry is the cornerbacks coach, and Kennard Lang is the defensive line coach. Guess he excited I can read, man. I guess so. But yeah, that's he finally rounds out his staff. It's gonna be interesting to see what he can do in year one on this team. I'm very intrigued to see how that goes.
Yeah, me too. And I think the timing of the staff announcements, especially with the second transfer portal window, is very key to go ahead and get those in before, that window closes. So guys currently on know who their coach will be. Not just that, but guys before they commit to another school could potentially follow one of those coaches there or use one of those relationships to end up at A&T.
Correct. I'm sorry, I just looked. There was a HBCU Game Day has an article talking about, and I'm sorry to go backtrack about the Bethune-Cookman. They say it's basically the article reads, and this is by Mr. Vaughn Wilson. Says Bethune-Cookman dispels practice field myth at groundbreaking.
Love to see it.
Yeah, love to see it. I'm not going to go through this because it's but I will say go check out HBCU Game Day. Great content, excellent content, but that definitely is well worth the read. So now, man, Stephen A. Smith, Captain Save-A-Hoe coach. But Stephen A. Smith came out this week and did one of his favorite things: defend Deion Sanders.
I thought you was gonna say put his foot in his mouth.
Nah, he do that all the time. I would say visit barbershop, but anyway, he definitely came out and spoke on the Deion Sanders, basically saying that we should all, if you're black, you should want. If you're black, you should want Deion Sanders to succeed because him succeeding opens the door of opportunities for future African Americans who want to come coach on the highest levels. A lot of people had problems with this comment because
where Mel Tucker coached at before he was at Michigan State?
He was at Colorado.
Oh, okay. And who was the coach before him?
I can't think of his name, but he was a black guy.
Okay.
The coach after him was a black guy as well.
So, are we gonna? What was Stephen A. Smith whenever Mel Tucker was at Colorado saying that as a black people, we want Mel Tucker to do good at Colorado, and for a black man to have a chance to coach at the highest level? What was that?
Crickets.
Honestly, bro, I'm over all of it. That's his name right there. Chuck knew it. But I'm over all of it, bro. I'm ready for football season so we can stop talking about the coach and we can actually talk about what's happening on the field. And honestly, I think people just need to stop trying to defend and justify things and just let that man do it himself. He's grown and he can speak for himself. He don't have no problem speaking. He can speak for himself.
Yeah, completely agree. My thing about this, there was, and the article speaks on it. The article in HBCU Game Day, reading by Mr. Stephen Gaylor, basically says that if you look at coaches like Pete Richardson, Eddie Robinson, Sam Washington, Buddy Pugh, all great coaches who were able to accomplish big things. Have gone on great winning streaks. Recently, Sam Washington, with him being able to win games against FBS opponents, win the multiple Celebration Bowls, in that time frame, never got a call to move up to FBS.
Yeah, I mean, Roger Five was won a national championship at Grambling. Came within 2 points or whatever it was from beating Arizona. I mean, if he's a healthy Devontae Kincaid away from beating an FBS Power 5 program.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
never
he never got a call.
Never got a call. Stephen A. never mentioned those guys.
Oh no, he don't know those guys.
He went to Winston-Salem, where Pete Richardson was formerly coached, and it's like, how do you not mention these guys, or how do you not say, hey, you know, we can move up, we can do that? It's so pop, and it goes back to what I was saying about the celebrities and that love.
Yeah, bro. I made a post about that yesterday, bro. People have a celebrity worship syndrome, bro.
You gotta get over, man. We gotta stop. We gotta stop that. So
yeah, but I'm kind of done talking about that cat, bro.
All right. But hey, it is what it is. You know, Stephen A. gonna Stephen A. But let's talk about this, man. We did talk about the draft. We had Emory on Monday. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch that episode, or just watch that interview with Emory Hunt, breaking down, you know, HBCU players who have a chance to get drafted or make it to the rookie camps or undrafted free agency. But let me ask you this: who do you think is the first HBCU player that's going to come off the board?
Probably Isaiah Land.
Okay.
Who you got?
I got Mark Evans.
Mark Evans. Yeah, I was thinking him. It's one of them two, and I think Aubrey Miller kind of might be.
I was going to say Aubrey Miller's not far behind. Yeah,
I think all three of them was kind of. I think if you say what three for sure get drafted, I'd say them three right there.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be big to see, but I'm looking forward to seeing those gentlemen get a chance and seeing them have a long, healthy relationship, long, healthy career,
their relationship with their team.
Yeah, with their team, their career in the NFL. But man, let's talk a little baseball. I mean, not baseball. Excuse me, basketball before we get ready to get up out of here. Elizabeth City State, man. The women basketball coach Tanisha Lewis, she was named the D2 winner of the National Sports Media Association's Clarence Big House Gaines Coach of the Year Award. Now that's a mouthful.
Yeah, that's a mouthful. But yeah, congratulations to her, man. Big House Gaines, bro. That's a legend right there, man. Like, you talk about basketball at HBCUs, he's one of the first names that come out your mouth.
Right.
But yeah, she had a great year this year, and the team, especially at the D2 level, is probably one of the best in the nation. So I think she was well deserved. You know, kudos for her for the recognition. But I just want you to say that whole sentence again. Honestly, I think that was the most impressive part.
All right, here we go. Elizabeth City State women's basketball coach Tanisha Lewis named the Division II winner of the National Sports Media Association's Clarence Big House Gaines Coach of the Year Award.
Yeah, impressive, brother. Impressive.
I know my phonics.
Yeah. Dylan would have gave you 2 thumbs up for that one, bro.
Yeah, he might would have. But his mama said she was finna get something to eat. He took off.
Oh, that's about right.
He did. He took off. That's about right. Hungry. He can't. No, I ain't gonna get into no Dylan story right now.
Chill out.
That dude, he did, man. The dude told me, he said, I'm out of school tomorrow. I said, God damn, I'm off. Anyway, I might go into work. We close. I might go into work.
This boy here crazy, man.
Hey, Shout out to UAPB, man. The SWAC's men's golf champions, man. Shout out to UAPB on winning that. Also, I want to throw in there best of luck and best wishes to Howard's rugby team. They are headed for a national championship, but they do need help because they are considered a club team. They can't they don't get funding, so they're relying upon a GoFundMe. I think last check was, I forget when it was, and they were close to their goal. I don't have the GoFundMe. I could not find a GoFundMe, but if we find it, we will post it on our Twitter and stuff, and on our Facebook and stuff. If you can, every little bit helps. But they are trying to win. They be some big name schools. Well, I say big name.
Speaking of Howard, they Howard chess team, man. Did you see that?
I did not.
All right, so Morris Brown held like a HBCU chess invitational, and the HU schools dominated. Howard won first place. Howard's B team won third place, and second place was the other HU, Hampton.
Man, shout out, man. Kudos.
Yeah, I didn't even realize HBCU chess was a thing.
Me either.
But kudos to all the men and women who participated in, go ahead and become, I don't even like saying it because it's like a kind of semi-racist term to me. So, just become chess champions. I'll just put it that way, even though I know that's not the correct term.
Yeah. But man, good things keep on happening. The revolution will not be televised. But it might be placed on Twitter and Instagram and stuff. I know Gil Harris didn't foresee this. But Grambling just made history.
Yes, they did.
Martavius Thomas becomes the highest ranked baseball signee in HBCU history.
That boy was committed to Arkansas.
He signs with Grambling State University.
Flipped on signing day, man. So kudos to him, bro. Kudos. Man, I mean, like, obviously, if you committed to an SEC school like Arkansas in baseball, who's national champion contenders every season, pretty much. I mean, maybe not one of the favorites, but they have a chance every year because of their program's history and pedigree.
They could catch 5 balls, they would have been the champion.
That's very true. But but just for him to be of that caliber, to be committed to a program like that, I mean, he obviously has major league potential. He has major league talent. And for Grambling to get a player like that in the program just speaks to what Coach Warren's doing over there, man. I told you that they're building something over there, man. It's obvious with what they're doing this year on the diamond, being first place right now in the SWAC West, and probably one of the favorites to win the SWAC conference tournament whenever it happens in May. So honestly, it just goes to show the work he's putting in and the buy-in that the recruits have into what he's selling, and his pitch of what he's building out there at Exit 81. So congratulations to the young man. Not obviously special congratulations because he's going to HBCU, but anytime you get a scholarship to play sports, congratulations to you. But it's an extra icing on the cake when it happens to be an HBCU, and especially the one, right up the road for me. So I can't wait to go watch the young man play.
Yeah. I see what you did there. We say, saying the pitch he's putting. That's a good,
yeah, you like that. Yeah.
Like, Dave asked, he said, did I pull a hammy in parent PE? I didn't. But I did jump rope. And I surprised myself. But I had to stop because my shorts kept, I was like, oh wait, I wasn't planning for this. So, but it was actually pretty fun, man. We did rock, paper, scissors. And them little kids be cheating. I just want to throw that out there. Them little kids was cheating. This little girl changed her what's called like 4 or 5 times. So I would put up rock and she put up scissors, then she changed the paper. So they be cheating. Little kids be cheating. But I did see a old man. I think it was one of them kids' granddaddy. They were doing rock, paper, scissors. He did rock. The little girl did paper. He said, I win. And he kept, I'm like, everybody was confused. I'm like, no, sir, that's not how that worked.
He forgot the rules, man.
Yeah,
That's
he forgot all the rules. But yeah, man. I ain't got much more. It's draft night. Go watch the rest of this NFL draft. Try to figure out, you know what I'm saying? We'll be back on Monday to talk more about where players land. And who we think might get, well, we'll know by then some of the players who got invites and who got UDFA. So you got anything else before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. Go watch some baseball this weekend or some softball this weekend, man. That's still they still hot and heavy in the middle of their conference play. So go support your local school. Go watch some baseball. The weather should be nice, so go catch some games and support your schools, man.
All right, man. We'll be back on Monday. Not much more to say after that, man. But like that, we out. This show was presented by betonline.ag.